Hello, future engineers and doctors. Today, we're diving into a fundamental concept in physics and chemistry, the Zeroth law of thermodynamics. This law is crucial for understanding temperature and thermal equilibrium, and it's a topic you'll definitely encounter in your JEE and NEET exams. Thermodynamics is the study of heat and its relation to other forms of energy and work. It's the backbone of many processes, from engines to biological systems. Understanding its laws is vital for your exams and beyond. Before we get to the Zeroth law, let's understand thermal equilibrium. Simply put, two objects are in thermal equilibrium when there's no net heat transfer between them, meaning they've reached the same temperature. Think about a cold drink warming up to room temperature. It reaches thermal equilibrium with its surroundings. Now let's introduce the star of our show, the Zeroth law of thermodynamics. It might sound like a minor law because of its name, but it's incredibly important. The Zeroth law states, if two systems are each in thermal equilibrium with a third system, then they are in thermal equilibrium with each other. It's a statement about transitive property in thermal systems. Think of it this way. If you put a cup of coffee and a glass of water in a room and both eventually reach the room's temperature, then the coffee and water are effectively at the same temperature. It's a simple idea, but profound. The Zeroth law allows us to define and measure temperature consistently. Without it, the very concept of a universal temperature scale would be meaningless. You might wonder why it's called the Zeroth law. It was actually formulated after the first and second laws of thermodynamics, but it's more fundamental than both, as it defines temperature itself. So it was retrospectively given the Zeroth title to place it logically before the others. This law is the foundation for all temperature measurements. When you use a thermometer, you're essentially applying the Zeroth law. The thermometer reaches thermal equilibrium with the object it's measuring, and because you trust the thermometer, you know the object's temperature. Now, let's look at how this applies to JEE and NEET problems. You'll often find questions involving multiple bodies and their thermal equilibrium. The Zeroth law helps simplify these scenarios. For instance, if a hot object and a cold object are placed in an insulated container and allowed to reach thermal equilibrium, what can you say about their final temperatures? Simple, they will be equal, thanks to the Zeroth law. In multi-body systems, if object A is in equilibrium with B and B is in equilibrium with C, you immediately know A is in equilibrium with C. This transitive property saves you time and steps in complex problems. To quickly recap, the Zeroth law defines thermal equilibrium and lays the groundwork for temperature. If A and C are in equilibrium, and B and C are in equilibrium, then A and B are in equilibrium. Remember this simple concept for your exams. The Zeroth law of thermodynamics is more than just a theoretical concept. It's the bedrock of our understanding of temperature. Mastering it will help you not only in JEE and NEET, but also in building a strong foundation for advanced physics and chemistry. Keep studying, and good luck with your exams.